mayonnaise, but that is something you can do. So we have our egg yolks, and so this is our my light brown sugar, also salt and cream of tartar. And that all goes in. Also, I love these little bowls. It's really nice to set up a mise en place before you start. Just will make you feel more organized. The world is chaotic. Be organized in your kitchen. It's really nice. All right, so now I'm going to take this mixture, looking at the recipe, and I'm going to set it over the water. And what hopefully I can do, I'm going to turn this water down a little bit. I want you guys to be able to see what's happening in the bowl. Well, I guess I'll tilt it for you. So from here, I'm going to take a whisk. I'm going to turn my light on. And I'm just going to whisk this together so you can kind of see it. I wonder if I can boost you guys up a tiny bit. You kind of want to keep this moving because, again, you're kind of gently trying to heat the egg yolks together and melting the sugar. But let's see if I can prop this up a little bit. I wonder how precarious this is going to get. My mom just arrived to the chat. Mom, I'm making chocolate Swiss meringue buttercream. But right now, trying to elevate my situation here so that you guys can see what's going on. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, so as you can see, I'm kind of just whisking this around. One really essential piece of equipment to make this Swiss meringue buttercream and really so many baked goods is a good thermometer. This is my thermometer. It's from ThermoWorks. If you need any convincing about why you should have a thermometer in your kitchen, we have a post all about it. I have a thermometer mainly because I'm always paranoid that I'm going to food poison people. So if you're having guests over and you're making chicken, ensure that you won't food poison them by just getting a thermometer. So I want to kind of cook this together, and I believe the temperature is to 185 degrees. I'm going to double check that right now. Uno moment. Okay. Let's see. Yes. 185. So let's check it right now. We're at like 123, 134. So let's just keep whisking this up. So far this doesn't feel too scary. I feel like I see people on the Great British Baking Show doing this a lot, which makes me feel better. Joe, thank you for responding to my mom. So yeah, this quarantine time is weird. Obviously, I'm kind of bummed to be spending my birthday alone. Well, I'm with my boyfriend, but not being with my friends. But I decided this would be a good opportunity to bake a cake and maybe share it with my neighbors and make some friends in the building, or just like sit and eat the entire thing and I don't know, maybe get a little fat, but I don't really mind. The actual cake I'm going to be making is Stella's devil's food cake. Maybe I'll do that later in the week so you guys can see how it comes together. So I'm going to take the temperature again. 163. Wow, we're definitely getting there. 172. So we're very, very close. Just going to keep doing a little bit of whisking. Again, this is to make sure that the eggs are pretty much cooked and that the sugar, the brown sugar that we have, is dissolved into the mixture. All right. Making sure this is all combined. And for those of you at home, this is just a simple double boiler. I have, see, almost there. I have just a pot underneath my stand mixer bowl with some simmering water, just to gently heat this up without, getting scrambled egg whites, which would be super devastating. Yeah, this is starting to look really good. No gross chunkies. You can see you're kind of starting to get some air into the egg whites. It's getting a little thicker. Most of the whisking is going to be done in my stand mixer. But, this is a good little workout, which I definitely need, mostly because I've been eating like all chocolate baked goods and pasta. Check her out. Let's see. 180, 83, 84, 85. All right, so I'm going to turn off the heat, move my bowl. Woo! And now I'm going to set it up in my stand mixer. So let's see if I can kind of elevate you guys so you can see what's going on. So here's my bowl. I'm fitting the bowl with the whisk attachment. Okay. Now I want to say you can do this without a stand mixer, but I can't imagine doing it because I think it'd be super hard. I'm gonna put this in. Ugh. Houston, we're stuck. I think there's a little bit of chocolate on here from the last thing that I made. Chocolate sprinkles is what I made, and I'll show you guys what they look like in a second. Ugh. Ha. Oh my gosh. So the live cooking disaster. Thanks, Jess. All right, so it looks like this little thing fell out. Oh, I think that's okay. So now I'm gonna plop this up. See if that sticks, and we're gonna kind of beat this up. So it's gonna get a little loud in here. Hey, everybody. So that's us mixing our stuff up. Now I'm gonna see how long this goes for. At this point, you're gonna watch it. It's gonna get really fluffy and big and beautiful. All right, so now we're gonna whip at high speed for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna keep this, I'm actually gonna make it even higher, which is pretty loud. If you watch it, you can kind of see the steam lifting, which is pretty cool. So while it's whipping, you're losing a lot of the heat, and also all the air is getting in there, which is gonna make the egg whites nice and fluffy and big. All right, so we're gonna keep whipping until this gets to around 90 degrees. Again, that's why having a thermometer is so nice. If you're like, oh, only fancy cooks need this, need a thermometer, it just makes everything so exact, and then you don't have to worry about messing anything up. Because after all this work, you don't want to have gross buttercream, gross cooking stuff. Also, so this is from ThermoWorks. It also comes with this great silicone thing, silicone boot. And it's magnetized, so you can hang it on your knife rack or wherever, maybe on your fridge, that would be cool too. So let's take a look at this. I think what might be fun is if I just prop you guys up so you can just watch it get thick instead of me just talking. Elazar asked, have I tried mixing Bustelo and other sugar to make fluffy coffee? I haven't, but that sounds amazing. So let's see what I can do to prop you guys up. Getting handy. This off and take the temperature. They're starting to look really thick and glossy and gorgeous. What's the temp? All right, we're at 97. We're at 97 degrees, so we're not there yet, but we're definitely getting close. So my mom is asking, what am I going to do with the frosting if I don't have the cake? So this frosting actually lasts quite a while in the fridge. You can even freeze it if you want to. So I'm just going to keep it in the fridge and then frost my cake with it. I'm probably gonna make the cake on like Wednesday or something. So I'm gonna keep letting this go. If you want to see what all the butter looks like, it's like that, which is a lot of butter, but that's awesome. All right, I would say like 3 more minutes. If the sound is really bothering you, feel free to mute, but keep looking. something I'm gonna do just to make sure that the batter is fully incorporated. I'm actually gonna take my spatula and scoop, here you can watch what I'm doing, scoop around the edges. If you have any like leftover sugar that's not incorporated, oh no, I'm gonna have to fix this whisk. But look how like glorious that is, nice and thick and peaky. All right, I need to fix that. So right now, we scooped. Now I'm gonna adjust this, shove that back in. So one of the rules to see if this is done is that it should be cool-ish to the touch. It still feels a little warm to me, so I'm just gonna give it a little bit longer, maybe 2 minutes more. Let's see where we're at. So, if we can ever get this off, this is how thick and glorious this meringue is, which is really quite beautiful. So now it's time to add the butter in. I'm gonna do this slowly, kind of a chunk at a time so it doesn't break. I'm gonna put this whiskey back in. And I'm sorry that it's so loud when you are doing this, but that's just what happens. So I'm putting the whisk back in. Watch kind of what happens. Oh, and while we were whisking, I've been melting our chocolate, which is just like divine and glorious. I mean, I'm gonna have to make more of this because I think I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, so if you add too much butter in, like say you added all the butter in, it would probably deflate a lot of the air in the meringue, or the meringue can get weepy and gross. So doing it slowly is best. And you're also like, there are different temperatures and you want to keep them the same temperature. What might help is, I know that Stella has a troubleshooting guide for buttercream. Elazar, if you want to pop that in, that might be a good way for people here to research, get the real science behind it. But yeah, so now we're gonna do the butter. Turn on. Aha! All right, let's do this. One chunk in. So the mixture might deflate a little bit as the butter goes in, but it should whip up and get nice and big by the end. And at this point, the butter is a little bit colder than the meringue, so we'll also cool the egg mixture down, cool the meringue down, and also that will also help it thicken. It's hard hard to do it this slowly. I really just want to plop it all in, but I know that's not the right thing to do. Next. Some of you might be like, well, if I don't have a stand mixer, what should I do? I don't know, get a stand mixer. I feel like this would be a lot of work to do by hand. But if you have one of those hand mixers, which are definitely less expensive, that would certainly help you. I would say that these, so we like the KitchenAid Pro series, and it is pretty expensive normally, but it does go on sale every once in a while, and then it's pretty great for all the things you can do with it. So we're really starting to get nice and thick now, which is awesome. It means the mixture is really cooling down and thickening up. It's starting to actually look like frosting, which is nice. And whoop. Looks really good. I also just want to say I've never done this before, so I am, if I can do it, so can you. This is super new for me. Yeah, it's looking really good. I'm excited. Am I booping too fast? I don't know. I think it's okay. We're almost there. I have like 3 big chunks of butter left. And, ooh, oh, did that just fly out? No. Did it? No, it didn't. You're getting bored. I am too. We're almost there. Big boop. All right, final boop. No more butter. Now, wow, that is amazing. So I'm gonna have it on low now. I'm just gonna add my vanilla extract. Not measuring this out, but I really like vanilla. It smells delicious. I'm gonna go whip it up a little faster. So the chocolate we're using, this is from Valrhona. It's 70%. So it's dark chocolate, but it's not like super bitter. I really want like a milk chocolate frosting, which is kind of what you achieve when you mix the buttercream with this chocolate. So I'm gonna dump this in because that's what the ingredients say. It's not too bad, I don't think. So I'm gonna put this on medium-high again, and I'm just gonna go for it. All at once, baby. Holy crap, that looks good. powder. And yeah. So I'm definitely going to scrape this down because I want to make sure that all the chocolate's incorporated, but I'm going to do it by hand. Okay. So now, the best thing about cooking at home and doing it on live stream is that I can be disgusting and no one can really say anything, like licking my fingers the whole time. Okay, so this is glorious thick chocolate frosting. Do you want to try it? I'm having my taste tester come and try it. Do you want to be on camera?
No, it's okay.
Okay, it's not going to be on camera, but say at a certain degree of loudness so people know it's good. Thank you. That was a little bit too expressive. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe my hands. Now you can see what's going on. I'm going to get a clean spatula. And I'm just going to mix this around. Got a few little streaks at the bottom, but that's okay. All right, so look, this is chocolate Swiss meringue buttercream. As a recap, here, let me get you it's super glorious. As a recap, we started with the meringue. We cooked the eggs and sugar together over a double boiler. Then we put it in the stand mixer and beat the living daylights out of it until it was nice and thick and fluffy. Then we slowly added the butter in and it became buttercream. And then we added the chocolate and it became chocolate Swiss meringue buttercream. I will try it now. It is ridiculously amazing. So stay tuned. I'm going to put this in my piping bag, stick it in the fridge, and then later this week I'm going to make myself a birthday cake and eat it with my boyfriend, maybe share it with some people. If you've been inspired, please make this yourself. If you do, take a picture, post it on Instagram, tag Serious Eats. If you're like, what is Serious Eats? Look down there. You can see our website. If you want to see the stuff that we're making, follow us on Instagram. Yeah,